Office of Cultural Affairs on the first Friday of almost every month for Art on the Town, a free self-guided tour of local art galleries, art studios, museums, and alternative art spaces throughout the city of Wilmington. The Art Loop, as it is also known, runs from 5:30 to 8 p.m. The full-color Art on the Town magazine has images appearing directly next to gallery descriptions, a full map with a venue key, featured artist and curator of the month, artist opportunities, and local art news. You can pick up a copy at any venue or download it from the Art on the Town section of the city's website, wilmingtonde.gov/artloop. There are 2 free Art Loop shuttles that take passengers to the downtown and Trolley Square venues. The shuttle picks passengers up at 5:45 p.m. and returns by 8:45 p.m. Pickup and drop-off locations are listed in the magazine. Receptions at the venues offer a chance to meet the artists with their work. Most venues feature snacks and drinks, and some even have live music and other performances. Keep in mind that all Art Loop venues are free and open to the public during the loop, and that most venues will keep the art up until the following Art Loop. Most of the art on the loop is also for sale. Here's a highlight from the last Art on the Town.
My name is Celestian, and I'm a studio artist here at the DCCA, which means that I have my studio on the premises in the building. So that's where I make my artwork. The title of the show is Waterways, and I'm using that word to mean all the different traits and characteristics of water. I've always been interested in nature and used to paint more representationally, like picking up a seed pod and painting exactly what I saw. And then in my backgrounds, I would always have this imaginary landscape that would be a combination maybe of a certain season or certain colors I liked in nature, but would be more from my imagination. So gradually, the focus changed from actually painting what I saw to painting what I felt when I was in nature, like how nature made me feel, like how I felt when I viewed the creek or a lake or a waterfall. I don't really do studies, but I'd make observations, take a lot of pictures, and then always have a strong intention when I start a canvas, usually starting with color and then the overall feel and the overall composition. And then I just play with the medium and what the paint does when you thin it down and when you pour it. This series, some of the pieces go back 2 years. This piece I did starting this summer with painting the ground in an acrylic paint, almost like a primer, and it was this color. So I painted 2 large canvases in a ground color. And then I have generally an idea of composition. So in this case, the composition went across the 2 canvases, and I create by putting the canvases on the floor, because all these marks are made by pouring the paint. So I mix the paint with thinner, get the paint real thin. I might use a squirt bottle to actually direct a line that I want to use. But then I lift the canvases and turn them to make the paint run. So I would do that, and then I would let it dry maybe a week and come back and do another pour. So each time I'm just looking at what the paint did and then responding to it. So in this, because these are stretched canvases, there's a bit of a sag in the canvas. So a lot of the pours ended up coming here naturally. So I just went with it because it reminds me of how in nature there's always a valley, and that's where all the rivers run to. So the map quality of the piece was partly my intention and partly just the qualities of the paint and how the paint runs. And when the paint is mixed with thinner, it tends to separate. And in the drying process, all these little marks are made, which look like rivers. So in other places, it might look like cracked ice, but it looks like something that you find in nature. So it's helping me in depicting my subject matter. It's like I'm in partnership with nature. I'm painting water imagery, but I'm letting the fluid paint do the talking. I don't use brushes. And I manipulate it as the creator, like moving the canvas around, but then I just look to see what's going to happen when it runs off the edge of the canvas. So even though I feel like I've gone towards abstraction, I think when you look at my work, you still pretty much understand that I look at nature. It's not, I wouldn't have to title it Waterways for you to maybe understand that when you walked in and saw the show.
Make the Refresh monthly after party your final Art on the Town destination. Refresh features DJs and dancing, and the venue is listed on the website and in the magazine. For more information and a downloadable Art on the Town magazine, go online to wilmingtonde.gov/artloop.